So we're doing one shot now, as in the last session there was a few issues. People leaving, so they've just done a complete restart. They've null and voided the last qualifying session, and now I'm also joined by Pyro as well, who's going to help me out, which is good because this has been a bit chaotic on my own as it is. Hopefully we don't take too long. Oh, they're getting on with it now, so we've got 25 seconds and then we're getting on. Am I? Yeah, I'm a spectator. Cool. Right. This is going to be interesting though, because Veloce Ayab completely clear of the grid with a 19.5, which is a very good banker lap. So I'm curious to if this one shot's going to shake the grid up. I mean, there's so many chances to invalidate.
Right, I'm glad I checked that. Now my voice is sharing.
Did you change it after I started streaming?
I've just changed it now.
Well, let me check. Check the stream.
It should be fine. It'll be.
Yeah, but sometimes if you
now.
start a stream, it doesn't save the change until after you redo the stream. Have a little check quickly. Right. Bloody hell, it's already 8:05. We ain't even got to the racing yet, so hopefully it'll run smoothly this time. If it's wet now, I'm going to feel so bad for these drivers because it was dry in the initial session. Okay, cool. Right, yeah, dry in the one shot, which is great. Well, hopefully it's dry in the race. Yeah, it was dry in the last session, so hopefully for the race it is as well. Just gotta wait for everyone to set their setups, do their fuel, all that crap, and then we can get underway. We'll probably just stick with Veloce Ayab, because he was the one contending for pole.
I think I'm going to stick with Deluxe because this is one of the championship contenders. See how he does.
He wasn't doing too bad in the initial session. He was up there with the Ferrari as well, but just lagging behind a little bit. We had Nacho up there as well, which is, I don't think he's a usual contender for pole. Just breaking into 19s as well, which is good. But yeah, I think we're about to get underway now. It's going to be pretty tricky to try and get on board with them because it flickers a lot in the first part of the straight.
The black fade always pauses it a lot.
Right, let's try and jump down to Veloce, and we've got him, so we'll stick on with him for the rest of the lap. I'm not going to have any telemetry on, we'll just see how smooth the lap is. We'll have the boards on to show you where everyone is concurrently. But yeah, you can sort of see the split of people jumping up to where they should be. Obviously Draper and Ferguson disqualified for going the wrong way, as they are serving.
Yeah, they're qualifying bans.
Yeah, they're serving qualifying bans. So nothing to worry about there. Veloce Ayab not doing too well at the moment compared to the delta of his competitors. He's slowly climbing the ladder on the left there. So it's good to see. He is getting back up into the top 6 positions, but it's not as luxurious as his laps have been in the main sessions. Just again creeping up to P5 now. So he's slowly getting there. Into P4 now on the straight. So you can see that he's got a low downforce setup. Coming around Ascari now into P3. He's just catching Nacho. Just got past him as well. Now it's just Deluxe, the two drivers that we were looking to contend for pole the most. Yeah.
Deluxe has had a really, really clean lap so far.
He has, but it's neck and neck in Parabolica. Veloce took over for a split second. It's going to be about straight line speed now. And it's Deluxe that takes it by a minimal margin. Yeah, 9,000 is not a long time at all. But F1 is a time 12 and 10th, so yeah. I think Veloce I would have just lost out a little bit coming around Parabolica. It wasn't the cleanest of fades into out of the apex, but very close. 0.2 the difference from P1 and 2 to P3, which is Nacho, who was up there before. Craigo doing well to be up there, P4. Dragon on speed, P5. Jay Hartnell and Little Juan and Leon rounding it out down to P8. We got Polish man Harry Palmer, Greaves and Ross taking the last point positions of the race, so they'll be hoping to stay up and gain some more from that. And then as we go down, the people who have finished outside of the point scoring positions, we've got the 2 DSQs, obviously, as there was people serving penalties from last week. But apart from that, Not too bad. Fandango was a bit higher in the main quali, so he'll be annoyed that he's all the way at the back now. But unfortunately, that's just the way it goes when lobby restarts like this happen. But now it comes to the proper place where we score points, so it shouldn't be too bad at all.
And with this race, it all sets itself up for turn 1. Turn 1 literally sets the whole race for lap 1. And I think Deluxe and Ayub are gonna go side by side and bang wheels.
Oh my god.
Fandango's gone. It might not have glitched it. I really hope it hasn't. It does start in 25 seconds, so that's a good sign so far.
Sorry, mate, what was that?
Said the session is starting, so it's a good sign so far.
Yeah, I'll have a look in the tier 3 chat to see what's going on with Fandango. But
the only thing we've got to be worried about is maybe desync, which we can't see at the moment.
Yeah, so Fandango's out again. So it was Fandango the host?
Yeah, he was. Said migrating a host and he left. So
not looking good. We're getting on it with the race though. Well, we gotta watch the
formation
lap first. Oh, Jesus Christ! The Aston Martin nearly going into the back of the Ferrari for a second then. That would have been hell starting on 70-degree tyres on the front row of Monza.
Yeah, just get overtaken by everyone. A few mixed tyre choices, actually.
Yeah, let me get that up and we'll have a look.
A lot of mediums, more mediums than I expected. To be fair, Deluxe on the mediums, with Nacho and Craig following him. So 3 out of the top 4 have gone for the faster tyre.
It's going to be interesting because if there's no early safety cars, Veloce Arb's in a good spot because I think he'll be able to hold pace fine on the hards while those mediums will drain out. But if there is an early safety car, it'll be tough.
Possible DRS train too. They just stick with that top 4.
Yeah. Ooh, wow. Nacho nearly taking a trip into the wall. Luckily didn't. Aston Martins, you just can't get rid of these two. They've been glued together for the whole season. I wasn't here for France, but every other race that I've commentated, they've been next to each other qualifying, and throughout the race for the entirety, no matter how many laps it is. There was Brazil, China. I'm trying to think of more, but it's just every race I've commentated, they're just right next to each other, which is great to work together as teammates. But if you're on similar speed, and one of you thinks you're quicker than the other, it's not very nice to have a teammate ahead.
As teammates, they are quite smart. They've gone for different strategies because they're obviously next to each other for the grid. So if it does stay like that, they are in different strategies, so it can work out for both of them. But team orders will come into place sooner or later.
Yeah, obviously we know Dragon on Speed isn't the most talkative when it comes to a PlayStation party, so I don't know how their form of communication is when it comes to stuff like that, but I'm sure we'll see it if it does come to it. Just getting lined up now, and then we'll be getting ready to go.
Leon and Polishman have messed up the grid start.
Yeah, I can't get on board with them, so I can't see if they've had the wheel glitch, but also getting disqualified, but I think we're just about to get ready, so I'm going to get on board with Veloce Ayub on the older tyre to see how big the difference is on the traction. Alright, there we go, lights are starting to go out. We've got 5 lights now, 10 in total. And here we go. You can see a little bit latent from the Ferrari. Aston Martin's had a cracker of a start. I wouldn't even say the Aston Martin, just everyone around him, on even the hards, have had a wicked start. Ooh, it's
nearly 3 wide to turn 1.
It's not good. Yeah, Veloce Ayub getting a little too overconfident, overzealous into turn 1, having to clip the side of his competitor and with a half spin. He's not done too bad. I don't think he's done too much damage either. But Deluxey is already gapped 1 second.
Ayub being swallowed up by all the medium runners now.
Ayub's making a lot of mistakes.
And he's off the track.
Yeah, this isn't going to go well. Ooh.
He safely rejoins. Thank God.
Just about.
Harry making his way up the field for 4 positions. We've actually no Polish man up 6 positions.
Yeah, Polish man's done really well. Aston Martin's getting split up a bit. Leon taking, Gaussier taking a position from Leon near the back. We've got a few gaps forming. Ooh, and that's going to be a safety car, I think.
There's been a crash between Red Bull and Leon. Ferguson and Leon have had a incident through Ascari going side by side. Wow. It looks like. Oh wait, Polishman's crashed as well.
Yeah, so Polishman crashed coming out of the exit of Ascari as well. There's a typical tank slapper where you see him swing to the right.
It catches everyone off guard.
And the wall's just too close for you to do anything about it. So we see that pretty much every week when we're doing Italy. But
in every single tier it'll happen.
Only VSC though, so we shouldn't be getting held up too much. We've got people pitting. Draper and Baguette, I'm expecting for damage. I don't think there's too much reason to be pitting without the damage yet. With a VSC, you don't gain enough.
Yep, damage and damage.
Yeah, looks it. The Lexi's
none of the end plates are actually off though, to be fair.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it was just really, really small damage, but...
The Lexi's just absolutely gapped the field about 2 seconds already. We got Nacho and Craigo and Dragon back together again. Dragon doing very well on the hard compound to stay with the rest. Well, actually, I didn't, to be honest. He had the chance to do it. He had a great start, even though it was a bit bogged down because of the tyre difference. He could have held it, but he's breaking into
too aggressive into turn 1, and that helped Deluxey get his gap, didn't it? So.
Yeah.
It's a bit too aggressive. When you're on hards, you just need to play that passive game, play the long game, because you're not going to be faster than medium runners.
No.
And it's obviously proven that now.
I expect we'll see him have a bit of a counter charge later on. Polishman's left. I thought that was another retiree, but not just yet. But at the moment,
he's very happy.
No. Gap's just starting to spread out again now. Craigo getting close to Nacho. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Harvey.
Another yellow flag.
Harvey's around in the wall. It's not a great rejoin. He's reversing back onto the track. But I think we're okay on terms of the safety car front. Harry Palmer, Dragon side by side as well. Dragon on the inside going into Curva Grande, well the outside now, as it is swinging off to the right. And the Alfa Romeo, just manages to stay ahead for now. It's not good for the Aston Martin because it is going to pull a gap away from him and the free up front. So until he can sort that out, he's got to get past Harry first. I'll hope that Harry can pull him along as well, because he's on the better tyre, so he should be able to do so, but for some reason...
Yeah, Harry needs to use them tyres and get out of the DRS on Dragon. Then he should be able to catch up to Craigo and Nacho if they do start battling.
Yeah, Nacho not got the pace of Deluxey. Nacho's still gapping a little bit at a time, not massively, but if there's not going to be a safety car, these little 0.2 at a time per lap are going to build up to something a lot bigger in the extended run of the race. Harry Palmer just edging back into the DRS of Craigo. It's going to be hard though, because they do have the flap open now, and you can see because Craigo's getting a move on the Williams down the inside. He brakes pretty nicely. Ooh, it's a bit of contact.
Bit of wheel contact, but should be all fine.
Out to the apex, but yeah.
Oh, Harry spun. Harry's had a spin at the exit of turn 1.
Oh, and his contact
turn 2
as well.
And contact with the McLaren. Oh, that's just really unfortunate of Harry.
McLaren.
Guessing I'm getting too aggressive on the throttle, trying to catch up.
He's going to go for a move here as well. Hopefully, a safe one. This could end up pretty bad if he doesn't yield.
No, he's backed out of it.
Good lad. Jay Hartnell and Veloce Ayab taking a switching position as well for the Ferrari, getting ahead of his Red Bull counterpart, looking to make a move on Dragon. Dragon and Craigo once again brought together. Still a bit of a gap between them, but together again nevertheless. But yeah, you can just see from the minimap now everyone's starting to spread out and get into the little pack of speed gaps, just so everyone's starting to sit where they belong. When it comes to the rest
just got into the rhythm now. Not even using ERS at all. There's no spin.
MKP for the McLaren. Taking a spin after Ascari. It looks okay though.
Hasn't put it in the wall. I think Craig's going to go for move on Nacho on the main straight here. It should be getting done before turn 1. Yeah, it is. So, good move.
Yeah, not bad at all.
I did get past the Dragon on the main straight too.
Yeah. Jay Hartnell right on the back of Dragon now. These are on the same tyres, so purely about pace now. You can see that Jay Hartnell's pretty much got fully ERS, while Dragon's dancing on a limit of 50% with the Aston Martin. He's not looking too comfortable there coming on the Lesmos.
The Red Bull, 100% ERS as well.
Yeah.
Little Juan is burning his ERS, trying to maybe make a move on Jay if he thinks he's the faster car. Then Harry has to make up more time on the mediums.
You got, is that? Oh, I thought we had a spin there, but it's just Draper coming around the second chicane of the lap, doing okay at the moment. Obviously, he did serve a qualifying ban. He hasn't really gained anything from it off the line, but the other person who did have a qualifying ban was Ferguson, who has gained a fair few positions.
Setting fastest on the hards right now. Obviously, DRS will be helping that get the advantage on the Deluxe, but Craig goes putting the gap down by I think that was around 6/10 that lap.
Yeah, Craigo slowly creeping in to Deluxe. He's going to want to, as they are on the same compound, the same strategy.
Nacho on with DRS as well.
Greaves taking a spin, is it? Or
it's a spin, yeah.
Seems to be okay for safety cars.
Nacho desperately trying to stay in that DRS of Craigo, but I think he's just about missed out on it for the run into Ascari. Yeah, he has by just about a 10th. With Veloce now is catching up to him with DRS, but he doesn't have any ERS. He has burned a lot to try catch up to the top 3, which I think is working out quite well for him on the hards. As Nacho's made a mistake, and yeah, Ayub's got a run on him.
This isn't going to really play out well for Veloce though, because if he's ahead now, he's not going to get DRS.
Nacho's backed out, and he will get DRS if he gets a better exit. Not the best exit.
Might cost him a bit more time than they wanted to. To be fair, he's got a good gap.
Yeah. Ayub is still burning now. Nacho knows he's flashing. Another spin. It's a Mercedes. It's Harvey at Ascari. Is it another one taken at Ascari? That's 3 drivers now that are been victims of it.
Yeah, too far away there for the Williams to do anything about Ayub's dumping of the ERS on the straight. So we haven't really lost 0%. Time. It was alright, to be fair, from getting closer to Craigo. Yellow flags again. It's a Mercedes. I think
it's Harvey again. Harvey again. That's at the spin at Parabolica. It's the second time this race. And his tyres are not going to be happy with that one, as they're going to be over 105 degrees, surely.
Muscle's getting close to Little Juan. Little Juan just about keeping with Dragon's DRS. Dragon himself is looking to gain onto Jehan to get back into it, as he's just slowly fallen off the back of the wagon to his teammate. His teammate's doing very well, closing the gap.
Juan's rear end stepping out
with 1.8 seconds. Veloce Ayub, he's just still climbing up, as we expected to see with his qualifying pace. So it's going to be interesting to see when
he has got the DRS. Like 400ths he managed to get it, so that's going to help him a lot. As another spin, and it is Harvey that has taken his 4th spin, and he has hit the wall this time.
Full safety car.
It is lap 7. Hards. I know everyone on mediums now actually. Most likely will pick the hards and go to the end.
Yeah, if you're on the mediums now, you're looking good as long as there's not another safety car. But if there's one later on, it's going to really level.
Ayub is really lost out here now. So Deluxe, Craigo, Nacho, The 3 on the mediums at the top.
Dragon's gonna have to double stack as well if he's too close. I think he's got enough gap to be safe. But I think if you're on the hards, you just gotta stay out.
4 seconds. Yeah, you have to stay out. Hope for another safety car. Or maybe extend onto the softs. There might be Gets going onto the softs, so he's going maybe softs into the mediums at the end of the race, or soft. Because it was a one-shot qualifying, so you do have them extra sets. But now it's mixed things up as Craigo did looked to have more pace than Deluxe towards the end, as the safety car came out, because he was catching by a few temps every few laps. Bit interesting. Oh, yeah. And the medium runners now coming into the pits again for hards.
Yeah, Dragon doesn't have to double stack as he's on the hard, so he stayed out.
Yeah, he's staying out.
For him. But it does mean that there's going to be a discrepancy of strategy. So if there is a late safety car, it will benefit Dragon more than his teammate. Or the other way around, vice versa. Because if there isn't a safety car now, the hard runners are done for, because they're going to have to lose out all the time in the pits without any safety car to cut their losses.
Oh, my food's here. Okay.
Yeah, everyone jumping onto the hard now, I expect. Let's check if anyone's done anything different. Wow, yeah.
Ross, Leon and Greaves have gone on to mediums.
Have a look at what they were.
Is that from the hard tyres?
What were Ross, Greaves and Leon on before? That is a weird one.
I'll check quickly. I think there wasn't hards.
I mean, to be fair, if there is another safety car, they sound as well, because they'll have another set of mediums if they were starting the hards. So I think they were. But yeah, it's a weird one. Might be get on the softs. He's at the back, so expect he's going to be doing a double stop, as we usually see in most tiers when someone needs to get back on the same tyre they started on. You just do a double stop and fit the regulation tyres just so you get past that ruling, and then get back onto the other tyres and then go to the end.
Who was it? Leon, Greaves and Ross?
Yeah, so Ross, Greaves and
they were
Leon,
all on the hards.
So they've put on
the box to mediums.
They will not make... They will...
I don't think they can.
If they do make it, they're not going to make it on good condition.
Oh.
So if there's not another safety car now, a lot of these guys are screwed, and I mean a lot. At this point, if there's no other safety car, Deluxey will be winning.
I can't send Fandango an invite, because he can't actually get back in.
Yeah, because he's host. To add him back, the new host will have to accept it, which will be very hard to find out. Which is annoying, because he's not actually in a bad position yet. He can still carry on if he can get back in, but unfortunately he can't. But yeah, Deluxey, Craigo, Nacho, Harry Palmer and Gautier are looking to be the top 5 as it sits, as long as there's not another safety car, because these guys in the current top 6 right now all are going to have to pit again, because they haven't well, I say pit again, they're going to have to pit initially because they haven't stopped yet for a fresh set of rubber, and the hards are going to go along for another probably 10 or so laps until
I think the safety car will help them for the softs. And that's the next best option for the top 6. Give me 1 second.
To be fair, if Mighty Baguette, I believe started on the hards. If he goes in the pits now, he's gonna have to be careful though, because if he catches up, he's not gonna have a chance to pit again, because it will come in this lap, as it'll be the second lap concurrently that the safety car has carried the grid. So if it comes in now,
lap, surely.
If it comes in now,
as a straight.
If it comes in now, he's gonna have to stick it out on the softs, and he's just not gonna have a chance to get on a lasting tyre. He's gonna have to hope for the short game.
I do not think it's coming in.
That's what he should do.
Oh, it is. That's really late. Wow.
Yeah, Veloce taking the reins on this one, so we'll get on board with him. We'll get the tyre.
I'm gonna bowl with Dragon. I think Dragon's best spot at the moment.
This is very late. Yeah, Veloce's gone. He's got a good start. He's doing okay.
Anyone got a good start? Oh, midfield scrambles.
Yeah, we're just getting onto it now. Oh, and you can see, look at them trying to go 3 wide almost there. There's a bit of wheel bang going into the turn one. Ooh, and there's a bit of a bit of calamity. We've got a Red Bull going around as well, half. But apart from that, I think we're okay for the top 6. Below the top 6, though, with the fresh tyres, is where we saw
Crash, massive crash.
Big crash, apparently.
Craigo.
Craigo's into the far distance of the gravel.
And Harry and Craigo have made contact at Curve de Grande and have sent each other.
Wow.
Straight into the wall. Harry missed the wall.
By the looks of it. A lot of position changes. Oh, we got wing damage there for a McLaren.
And not a safety car.
As well. Bloody hell.
Wing damage?
One of the... I think it was MKP, because Fandango's not here. So yeah, it would have been MKP. Got damage coming around the first of the 2 Lesmos.
AlphaTauri's battling into Ascari.
Yeah, we got a Red Bull too as well, with the Alpine battling. But that was an absolute calamity to restart for some people.
Yeah, that was a massive crash between Craigo and Harry.
Yeah, I did see Craigo in the far distance of the gravel track.
I'll see that in the reports later.
Yeah, most likely. But apart from the guys at the back now, the guys at the front did get away pretty cleanly. Veloce is holding pace on the hards. Obviously, he's going to be holding pace on these hard runners as he was.
MKP's carrying on. Yeah, it does have in-flight damage on both sides.
On pace. But it's just going to be whether these medium runners can make the distance and make the jump up towards the front, because they're struggling a bit. We got Ross, the first of the medium runners, struggling to get past the Williams here into the second chicane of the lap. And he's not going to be able to make a move here, even with the better tyres as he holds back, which is a good thing. I thought he was going to send it there and cause tears.
We're back in a few minutes.
But it's not been too bad. Pretty much nearly halfway through this race now, and a lot of changes, to be fair. I'm not going to judge people off positions moved, as it was a one shot. We got Gautier taking a spin by the looks of it into the gravel. Is it clear the ground that he's crashed? No, he's crashed outside of the second Lesmo, which is interesting. It's called out another full safety car. So wow, these hard runners have got a second chance. They've got a chance to get in the pits now, get the mediums on, and have a few laps fresher tyres. This is a weird one now, because it puts everyone on the mediums from last chance up into the front, but they are going to be a little bit older, which you think on paper 3 laps isn't much, but when it comes to the last 3 laps of a race, you can really feel and see the difference in 3 laps. This is weird. Deluxe Nacho stayed out.
Oh, what have I missed?
Nothing much.
Gutierrez crashed.
Sorry, of course Deluxe Nacho stayed out because they're on the hards, but Fandango's AI is in P6, which is quite funny.
Ooh, Veloce nearly got enough. Yeah, mediums are making to the end for now. 100%.
Yeah, but with Ross, Leon and Greaves, 4 laps difference. I was just saying, Tony, it doesn't look like a lot on paper, but when you get to the last four laps of a race, when tyres are screaming for a bit of air, you can just tell that the difference between them, and the 4-lap pressure tyre will come out on top 90% of the time, unless you're really good at handling the wear. So this is interesting, because Veloce, who seems to be the quickest car on the track when it comes to catching, making the moves is a whole different thing. We haven't seen him do much of that yet, apart from when people were making mistakes. But he is on the freshest rubber on the grid at the moment, being the mediums and being completely non-scrub tyres. So it's going to be interesting, because we're going to have a safety car for another lap or two because of how far back that Alfa Romeo is. But once that gets in, it will be Deluxy leading the race this time and leading the restart. It's going to be interesting, because there was a lot of damage and contact in the first restart, so I think a lot of people might be a bit careful on this one, or maybe even go to the opposite end of the spectrum and just be even more aggressive to try and gain from it. But we'll have to wait and see what happens there. I'll have a look at the chat while we're waiting for this all these lots to group up. we've got some drama as well in the chat. Right, let me see if I can invite Fandango. Firstly, I can't because it's the bloody stupid format, but hopefully someone else can. What was I going to do? I was going to look at something. What was I going to look at? I can't remember now. I was going to look at something on my phone. What on earth was I going to look at? The chat. I was going to look at. Jesus Christ. I'll tell you what. When I was thinking then of what the hell I'd forgotten, I was going to say, could you put in the chat what I was about to do? But then what I was about to do was look at the chat. So just reminded myself with that. Right. Okay.
I'm back. Hello. Alright.
Hello. Right, nothing else in the chat. Obviously it's a bit awkward because we had to restart it, but I've been pinged as well in the chat as well. Right, I think we're all good. Yeah, so
it looks like Veloce is in prime position here.
Well, you say that, but he's got a lot of traffic to go through. I mean,
Yeah,
all these guys ahead of him are still
it.
going to go to the line. He's got the pace for it, but it's just whether he can make those moves before that 3 laps where the DRS
Ross and
train
Leon,
gets engaged.
their tyres are going to be very, very bad at the end.
And Greaves.
Oh yeah, true, yeah.
Deluxe and Nacho are just they're gonna have to just go pedal to the metal and just go for it because they need to breach that gap while Deluxe has the fresher compound. Because the thing is with how Veloce's tyres are, he's not really going to find a drop off because he's pit at a decent time, to be fair. But yeah, like you said, these medium runners ahead, the ones on 6 laps old, they're going to take a bit of a dive towards the end of the race. Not even too far from now, probably within another 7 or 8 laps. Mute your mic while you're eating, mate.
Is that out?
Yeah.
Oh, it's dish.
Just wait. Well, everyone's caught up now, so we'll be coming in this lap.
Is that a lapped car? The AI?
What is that? Fandango?
There's a ghosted. No.
Which
It was
one?
ghosted. So there's a ghosted Red Bull. No, it's McLaren.
No, it's just
So the rail
Fandango.
wing caught me off
He's
guard.
not lapped.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
He's not lapped, it's just his AI.
Oh, he's not even
doing
lapped.
bits. No. Which would be it's interesting because the thing is, being behind an AI car on a restart is hell. Because if you're overtaken before the line, you'll get punished for it. So, unfortunately for Veloce, it's another hurdle he's got to try and get past for the Ferrari lad. But I think he should be okay. Safety car is coming in this lap now, so Deluxe letting the gap form between him and the road car as it comes into the pits, and then he can get away without the rev limiter getting in his way.
Oh my! Oh, Fandango is not letting Iob do what he wants to do.
Oh, that's what I said. You can't really mess around with the AI. Deluxe gets away pretty cleanly, but they're not really catching on him. But I tell you what, the Williams is looking to get charged by two formation Alpines. They've done well not. Oh wow! Greaves has absolutely gone way too late on the brakes, and he's causing menace because of it. That was interesting. Veloce gets past J. Hartman and Fandango into P5 now. And look at the tyre difference, and I think he's using the battery as he gets past. Oh no! Wow, that was close.
Makes it work.
Nearly went to the back of Ross, but yeah, he does make it work.
Now Jay gets a run on Leon into the first Lesmo and backs out of it. Very smart. If Dragon... Oh, that's Fandango's AI. that's wiggling about.
Veloce is on the charge now. He should be able to get past Ross pretty quickly with the difference in tyre life. And then when he gets past them, the hard runners are going to be even quicker to be discharged against him. But if he can't get past now while the DRS is engaged, it's going to be pretty tricky. He wants to get it done as soon as possible. You can tell that by the amount of battery he's been using. It's pretty much halfway to the end of the bank with it already. But yeah, you can see the Alpine right on the back of the Williams. And look at the speed difference in
both burning. I am burning even more.
This is not going to go good.
It's going to go 3 wide, possibly.
Terrible. I can see it.
2 wide contact between Ayub
Veloci's
and...
overcooked it. And he's going to lose.
So did Ross. Ross had a half spin.
Oh, there's a few.
MKP has had a spin, so has Greaves.
Yep. Oh, it's getting very tight around Curve Grande between these 4 even with the Alpine in front. Oh, the braking's pretty clean.
Dragon's to stick his nose in. Has to back out though. It's really good racing this.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Smart racing backing out.
Veloci's going to get past the Williams now. Not if he's going to overcut corners like that, he's not. Lost some big
Deluxe it. Just a huge gap.
Yeah,
after 2 laps.
A massive, he's outbroke himself in the second Mesmo, rising the whole side of the curb. He's lost time for it. He's gained it back straight away though because of the difference in tyre responsiveness, and he's going to get the Williams. It looks like he's going to get him on the main straight. Don't think he wants to get him here, as he wants to make sure his run through Parabolica isn't interrupted by having to take a separate line. But yeah, right on the gearbox now, the Williams, so he's definitely going to take it on the main straight. He's not going to have to use too much battery.
Ethan has made up some positions as well.
Oh, the Williams is fighting it. You've got to be fair. The Williams has got the better battery and he's fighting it. Oh, and bloody hell, Veloci.
Ayub just squeezing the gap closed.
He got it though. He got it fairly. To be fair. But yeah, Veloci now on the chase for Deluxey within the last 10 laps of this race. Nacho losing a position to Little Fan as well, but Deluxey is going to have to make the most of it with Veloci derating now. But I think he should be okay. I think he'll still be able to catch up to Deluxey whether he's got battery or not. But when it comes to overtaking, I think the battery will be needed. So it might just be a job of sticking behind Deluxey for a while, building the battery, taking a position, then gaining the gap. But at the same time, you can definitely still do it initially and just make it quick. Look at the difference in speed into Ascari for Jihad.
Alpine's pulled some team orders and has let Leon go past Ross and see if he can catch the guys in front.
Looks it. They're on the same tyre life though, so
yeah.
It's purely on.
So they just think Leon is genuinely quicker at the moment.
Yeah, seems to be it. Veloci I have already on the back of the Mercedes, which wasn't a surprise at all. Deluxey screaming for a safety car here to help them out, because if they can get a safety car now, they can jump onto soft if they've got them saved. It'll still be a bit of a stretch now, but with the safety car staying out for a lap or two, with the Greaves man and AlphaTauri being so far behind, it would definitely be plausible. But
it's a nice little four-way battle going to turn 1 and turn 2 at the moment. They're 3 wide. Now Mazel's is going to try overtake Dragon, possibly even Leon. Down the inside he goes on the turn 2 chicane. Does have to back out though, but gets a better run.
Past the AlphaTauri as well, just behind all the mess you're commentating on.
It's a massive train from P7 to P12, P13 even.
Very close.
And they've all got DRS besides Leon. No, Leon still does have DRS.
Veloci's gone for it in Ascari. Very positive outlook on a position of overtaking, but
yeah, Leon just struggling through Ascari.
Maz is looking to make a move on the Alpine as well. Alpine's just about in DRS range.
No, not there. We're wait for the DRS.
Yeah,
which I don't think Leon has.
Up now.
Just about.
Dragon's going to
get. Does he have it? 1,000th. Oh, he just got it.
Dragon's absolutely charging into Leon. Oh, looks a bit. Oh, not just. Not enough. Ooh, it's a late
Yeah,
break.
still side by side, and Mazzles does get the over on the corner, which I can still right there.
Bloody hell. Deluxe's doing well to stay with Veloce, to be fair.
Still raw pace. I think by sector 2 now, though, mediums will just fly through. It's just a traction section.
Dragon tried sending it on the inside of somewhere, you can't really do it. Doesn't come off bad with it though, just gets out of the way in time. Ooh, and his yellows for Ferguson taking a spin. Is it a crash? I'm not too sure. I think he's okay, just about getting away. Deluxe's got a penalty.
Deluxe, no.
Yeah, he has dropped out of the DRS as well, so his I think his chances of winning this race are out the window fully now. It was always going to be hard on the wrong compound, the luck of the safety car not going his way, but he had the chance to pit onto fresh mediums that didn't take it, so you can only blame Veloce for making the right decision and not the other way around.
No, Leon has 0 DRS, Mazzles has 0 ERS.
Getting all done on the Williams.
Ross in the pits. Mazzles most likely good for moving to turn 1 off the straight. Is ahead going into the corner, and Leon has backed out, gone behind him.
Contacts between the Aston and Ferrari just behind.
Now Draper has a little run on Baguette. It just backs out, falls into the slipstream.
Oh,
possibly another move going into the second chicane.
He has,
that is way too far.
He's somehow not killed everyone.
Very well dodged, but he has picked up only a 3-second time penalty.
Yeah. Jesus.
He has jocked behind again, just with a penalty now.
Yeah, Veloce has completely gapped.
I think here comes Dragon. Dragon on Leon, possibly into Ascari. But Leon does go defensive in the middle of the track, and Dragon will go for the exit with a run into Parabolica. Who had a spin?
Just a retirement in pits from.
Oh, that's what it is. I thought Ferguson spun or something. But it is Greaves just retiring in the pits. Leon's gone wide on Parabolica, and Dragon is right on the inside, not even before the checkered flag and has overtaken before.
Yeah, Dragon will be clear for that position for this lap. Little Juan catching up to Deluxe now, obviously on the fresher tyre. Going to be interesting to see how quick he can make the move, like his Ferrari engine counterpart Veloce did. He's completely clear now, so as long as he stays out of the penalties and stays out of the gravel, he should be okay for the race win, as long as there's no other safety cars as well. So still a lot of chance for things to change at the moment, but as it looks like for now, Veloce is going to be doing fine on the top step. Might be get right on the back of Leon as well. Just really aggressive driving today. To be fair but aggressive driving from most of the guys today. So it's been good to see. We've got a few incidents that will have to be looked at. Oh, and Dragon I think has gone into the wall there. He somehow managed to keep it out and keep it full tyres afloat, but I think he's got damage because he did look like he whacked the wall. It just doesn't. Yeah, he's wobbling a lot. I think tyres or damage for Dragon at the moment. Don't know what's going on with him, but Dragon's going to be.
He still has both end plates. That's still damage
he did whack the wall though, and Draper's going to send it up the inside here into Parabolica. Brakes pretty fair for it. He's been given the room, but can't make the move on the apex there. He's going to be pushing to get the. Oh, and look at that! I only just saw that, but he's going to get the dirty double done on him, Dragon, with the Alfa Romeo and the Alfa Tauri. The Alfa Tauri brakes, so does the Alfa Romeo. It's pretty fair. There's a little bit of contact, but I don't think it was enough. I think it was fair. Both were left room, just a bit of a.
Yeah, Harry took advantage of that very nicely.
All three of them, even MKP, took advantage of Dragon and took the position as well. So he's definitely suffering from some sort of damage or implication with his tyres. But yeah, not too bad from these guys at the moment. Deluxe has been overtaken by Little Juan, which we expected with the tyre difference, but Jay Hart.
He's going to fall even further with that penalty as well.
Yeah, he will do. Looks like he'll be
possibly into 5th place if Nacho keeps up this pace at the moment, but very old hards. Even on Deluxe, old hards are going to be kicking in.
Yeah, it's interesting. Everyone's starting to just gain gaps now. We've got Harry Palmer right on the back of Draper. Draper's derating and Harry Palmer's got a good bit of battery to work with, so this will be interesting going into turn 1 and turn 3, depending on when Harry wants to make the move.
Yeah, here we go. Baguette is going to go for it on the main straight against Leon. Using all of his ERS.
Yeah.
Nobody in this train actually has a lot of ERS besides Harry and Leon.
Oh,
and Baguette was the last of the late breakers.
Yeah. I think
Draper
I'm not too
around.
sure if Draper turned in too early there, or if Harry stuck his nose in a bit too late and caused Draper to spin. Not lost too much time, but enough to lose many a position.
MKP could possibly go for a move here. No, he's going to back out.
Yeah, the right thing to do there. Leon looking to make the move on Baguette still, by the looks of it, sticking with him. He's got better battery, but just marginally, not too much a difference.
Yeah, looks like Deluxe will keep 4th position at the moment, as Jay does start to catch up to him quite a lot.
Well.
He is, yeah. But that just means Jay's going to get in there even quicker on the mediums.
Everyone getting for Ascari pretty safely by the looks of it. Yeah, Leon might be pushing you to make the move. He's close enough to do it if he completely dumps the battery. I don't think he wants to. I think he's happy where he is for now. Obviously not got a penalty when Baguette has. You may think that Mazels is a bit too far ahead from the challenge for in the last 3 laps, which is a fair assumption. So I think he'll happily stay behind until he has to be pushed up by the drivers behind that High Palmer. So I think this lap or next lap, Leon may have to be forced into a move just to save himself from the guys behind who are pushing him in to do it. Because obviously High Palmer and MKP and Dragon want him to make that move because it means they get to the back of Baguette just as quick as he does. So the longer Leon waits, the more they have to wait unless they choose to try and make a move down the DRS straight. But yeah, look how close he's getting. What on earth? Ooh, bit of lag there for Baguette. Baguette's a bit further ahead than we thought he was. Freaked me out then. I thought he was going to just spin into the wall because of desync, but Leon still on the back of him now. We've still got this big train. We've even got Deluxe. He's still staying on the back of Little Fan. Just as I say that though, he is being breached out of 1 second, and we've got the Red Bull charging behind Mercedes. And Jay Hartman's going to take that position without any battle at all. So we'll just get away from that. Just check if the braking's okay. Yeah, all okay. We'll get back onto Leon, who is looking to make a move on Baguette. Well, I say looking. He's got a latent gap between him and Harry Palmer behind, so he's not really having to
Harry's gone
anything.
Off. Harry's gone to the escape road.
Yeah, he has. He came right back on track.
He's been overtaken by Dragon as well.
That was a really stupid place to rejoin because Dragon's had to go around him and lose time for it.
He didn't use the actual escape road.
Yeah, and Harry's going to be behind.
Very
him
late
now.
braking.
Yeah, not good for Harry Palmer at all. Good for Dragon as he gets to take a position back after contact earlier in the stint. But yeah, Baguette's
I think he will
well.
jump Baguette as well with his penalty.
Mazel's going for a move almost on the inside into Ascari, but thinks better of it. Probably
really
the best idea to do.
Ooh, Nacho has a massive snap on the run to Parabolica, almost spins into the wall as MKP picks up his 3-second time penalty. I think Mazels will go for an overtake on this corner. Down the main straight. There's another snap by Nacho.
Yeah, Mazel's.
Nacho's car really wants to get away from him. I think that it's the hard tyres. 18 lap old hards on the final lap now.
Close enough though. Oh, he is now. He's going to said this. You can see it. Oh, he isn't. Wow. Surprised me. He had the battery to do so, but stays behind for now. Ooh, Dragon sends it on the Alpine. Takes a bit too much apex as it jumps his car. but he carries the
Harry trying to
really
take
well.
advantage of this now with a better exit than Leon. Just can't stick his front wheel there for his rear axle of Leon, but can't keep it as everyone now is burning their ERS.
Oh no.
As Leon's heading back, there's a spin.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Jay.
Yeah, Jay Hartnell's taking a spin in the Red Bull. Obviously, the safety car
The
can't
man that
come
had
out
the
now.
podium position in his hands has now had a spin. He's gone down to P6. Not the worst
Harry Palmer's looking
position
to make a
ever.
move on Leon here. Leon doesn't have
There we go.
any
Natural
DRS.
muzzles. Just about side by side adventures of Ascari.
Harry sends it on the inside of Ascari. He keeps the position. He does really well. Oh, and Leon, you get a big snap. He's going to lose positions for
And
it.
Geppy's taking advantage of that as well.
Veloce takes
Last
the win.
battle, here comes Draper and make contact. Almost sending all three of the drivers off track.
Ooh.
As Draper now goes around the outside to take Leon's position, but Leon will take that right back at the checkered flag as Iob has won the Italian Grand Prix with amazing pace.
Yeah, very good pace from him. Iob takes P1, Little Juan takes P2, and then Deluxey taking the third podium position.
I think it's really unfortunate for Deluxey with the safety cars.
Yeah, his strategy.
He had it.
Strategy's unlucky, but at the same time he did get a time penalty himself, so
Oh yeah, true.
wouldn't have looked to be getting on the top step anyways. But yeah, Mazel's P4, Nacho rounding out the top 5, P6, P7, P8 goes to Jay Harnell, Dragon and Harry Palmer, P9 and 10 goes to Baguette and Leon, rounding out the point position is MKP and that guy Draper. Pretty good race from Draper after a few mistakes and then having to start from the back with his qualifying.
Another great result for Little Juan as well.
Yeah, Little Juan's
another podium.
The championship battle as well, so that'll be interesting going into next week. And what's the track next week? Is it Baku, or is it?
Yes. No, I think Baku's the week afterwards.
Can't remember what track it is next week, but I know it's a tricky one. But yeah, that is it. I'll just read out the last few positions.
It is the Dutch Grand Prix next week.
Yeah, I thought it was a tricky one.
Yeah.
Definitely going to involve some carnage, I think, across all the tiers. That track is very treacherous, especially for me. I'm not a big fan of it myself, but we'll skip through this. We'll read out the last few names and then we'll leave it there for today. After with the delays, and we'll get it gone. So Ross takes P13, Ferguson P14, Fandango taking P15 with his AI for the whole race, so not too bad for him. Greaves taking P16 after an early spin on the mediums. Gautier taking P17, Crayo 18th, Harvey 19th, and then Polishman 20th after those bottom 5 DNF'd in that order. So that is it from it. That is us. Bloody hell, I can't speak. That is it from us, and I'm going to leave the stream there. And sorry for all the delays on the initial stream, but hopefully it was all good, and then we'll see you for Thursday for Tier 2 and Tier 1.